How rare are the male ibex, or mela ibex? They're pretty rare. Virtually any melanistic is really rare. Nice, Logan, that's awesome, dude. How do you find all your zones? The way that I find all my zones is just walking the map in all of the areas that zones can be for that species. And what I'll do is, I'll set the time to the beginning of their drink time, walk all of the areas that they can be, and then once I've walked all the areas they can be, I'll go through the exact same place that I just went, but in reverse. That way, any herds that were not there the first time I went through will likely be there the second time. And the concept behind it, right, in going in the opposite direction is, if I start here, there's a good chance, like this first stretch of river that I follow, they might not have made it to their zone yet because it's early in the time. And then by the time I get to the end of the river, most of those will have had enough time to get to their zones. So then when you go in reverse, it's going to be the opposite. These will probably not be there early. And as you get down, these will start showing up. So ones you missed the first time will likely be there the second time. That's how I try to ensure that I can get through all of my map and not miss any of my zones. Because there's definitely many occasions where I've missed zones. Like a year or two ago when I didn't do it that way. Definitely something that I see as being pretty important. Got two there. I think there should be one more male. Nice, Nate. I'm glad that you liked it, man. I'll be probably continuing the series soon. I just need to find a time that I can sit down and record another episode. I've got so many different things that I've been trying to do recently on the channel that I keep forgetting to record no DLC playthrough. I think it's because it's on my second account, so like I don't actively think about it. I have to like remind myself like, oh yeah, I could swap accounts and play the no DLC playthrough. So if I can get to a recording day and actually remember that, then there'll be another episode coming out. Oh no, Broken Blades. Oh man. Daily Chronicle White, why are you coming in here just absolutely trying to rip me apart for playing a game differently than if you still enjoy like the knowledge and stuff? Like, you literally came in here telling me that I ruined the game. You literally came in here telling me that I ruined the game for you. What type of reaction did you expect to get out of it? I mean, I'm glad that you still like the tips and tricks and guides and stuff, but it's not exactly how I recommend coming into a stream. If you want to get any type of positive reception. Very passionate about this game, and I love what I do. So I'm not going to just let somebody tell me that I ruined the game for playing it the way that I love. Alright, I don't think we got anything over here. Oh yeah, it was a lot of fun, Caitlin. I enjoyed it. We were doing pretty decent. For being the first time that I played that game, I was having a lot of fun with it. Either way, Daily, it is what it is. If that was an apology, then apology accepted. It's whatever. I'm good to just bury the hatchet. Just had to get my piece said there.
Just under muscle.
Small male. Small female. There's the other male. Hello? There's something there. Pop on out. I want to see what you are, sir. Come on. Come on. Come on. I guess the male's not here. Okay, well that's unfortunate. It is what it is, though. We have a big 4 we left here. Guys, I think we can probably go around most of our other zones and start shooting down the solo 4s. I think we can go shoot down the solo 4s now. No respawn here either. Okay, I think it's getting to a point where we're shooting so deep in the run that they're not respawning from you. So I think we are definitely going to have to start going around and shooting down the solos now. For Megan's time, I think we've got enough big males stacked up. I think we could probably go shoot down the solos now. No respawn there. One of these is a solo, and then the other is part of this herd. I'm assuming that guy's part of the herd, and that guy's the solo. Let's go check here again. This one was missing male. What happened to Red for moose grind? Just too many places to look for moose. Like, the map has moose, I think, across the entire map. And they are very, very difficult to locate sometimes. Layton just has way less moose and also less locations they can be, so it ends up being a really good map to manage. Wow, wait a second. Oh, dude! Oh my gosh, we managed this one down! Yeah! That's what it was! That's why we couldn't find a big male, because there was none left! Yes, we got this map, or not map, we got this zone managed down. Let's freaking go, guys. Now I can abandon this lake. This lake was a massive, like, it was a waste of intent, honestly, because just one moose to shoot. That is huge. That is absolutely huge. This grind is looking insane. Yeah, I do still need to check here. This is a place moose can be, but I've never actually seen moose there. I got a feeling that there definitely could be some there. The day we managed Layton down, I know, right, Caleb? We've got so many 2s today. I think we've easily got like 7, maybe 8 2s and 1s, and like small 3s that are the same rack as a 2. Probably within a couple of months, Danny. There's our 5 there. That's our 2 there. Let's go check this lake. It's looking like very, very soon we'll get to smoke all of these 5s. We still got to go and shoot down some of the solo level 4s, because I've definitely got some 4s lying around still. I'm probably going to start leaving some of the mid-sized E's that are solos, just so we don't have to shoot down as many, because I think we're far enough. We just need to get rid of some of the remaining 4s out of these solo zones. Later, Gaming E, thank you for dropping in, dude. Yeah, Eli, that's kind of my look on it as well. Like, I love herd management, but I'm not going to tell somebody that they can't play without it, right? I'm not going to say that they're bad at the game for not using it, because there's really some people out there that will tell somebody they're just not good at the game if they don't do herd management. There's also people that tell people that they're cheaters if they do herd management, so I don't want to be either of those people. I want to just let people play the way they want to play, because I like others to do the same for me, you know? I've always had the mindset of, like, treat other people the way you would like them to treat you. We see all the great ones, and have you got a roe deer great one? There is no roe deer great one, Caden. But, if you want to see most of my great ones, aside from the fallow deer, I think, I do have a Trophy Lodge tour on the channel that is all of my great ones that I have at the time. You can probably see most of the fallow deer in, oh my gosh, in some of my fallow great one videos, though. I will at some point do another Trophy Lodge tour, though. I've had a lot of people requesting it. So, like, Pro XCK's hotspot map says Moose can be here. It also says Whitetail can be here. I've never seen a Whitetail here. Yeah, well, it has calmed down, Thunder. Recently, there has not been as many people, like, thinking that herd management is, like, cheating or exploiting. Since the devs did come out and clarify that they don't see it as that. Oh my gosh, there is one. Oh my gosh. There actually was Moose here. Wow. That's one of our solo fours. That's bad, man. I had a feeling there was still a few because I had seen a couple in solo zones last night on, like, the river. That's wild, though. That is wild. I've never found a whitetail here, even though it says they can be here. I didn't expect to find a moose here, not gonna lie. I wonder, can they be maybe here? That'd be very interesting. Oh my gosh, there's another. There's a freaking another. Oh my gosh. It's a... Oh no. I have the wrong... I don't have my gun! No! Well, this is a disaster. Oh my gosh. So there's two males here. Okay, let's plop this down over here. Well, we'll have to shoot them next run. Where was I, though? What was I saying? I completely forgot. Yeah, as I was saying, it's not been as big of an issue recently of, like, people, like, complaining about herd management and calling it cheating and stuff. Ever since the developers, like, fully clarified they don't view it as cheating or exploiting, it's kind of calmed down. People just accepted the fact that it's going to be a thing, and there's going to be lots of people that do it. I mean, even a lot of people that used to speak out against herd management have started using forms of it, whether they want to admit it or not. If anybody tells you that they're leaving twos or that they're light managing, it's the same as herd management. It's literally herd management. The only difference is you're not stacking like fives. But it's all the same. It's all the same stuff. Yeah, exactly, Mr. Caldwell. That's kind of how Jaxie explained it on the EW stream as well. Is that it's just a way to play the game. It is just a method of grinding your herds to get the best results. And that's how a lot of people view it as well. They're like, well, if I can herd manage and I'll get the best results, then why would I grind in another way? Me personally, I still like grinding the old way as well. If it's not a great one grind, I'll do it just regular sometimes. Unless I really want a super rare of that species. Kind of base it off a species to species scenario for me. I've actually done an elk grind once, Danny. It was a lot of fun. Definitely a possibility we'll go back to it in the future, especially if they add an elk great one. Then it would be like a guarantee that I'd go back.
Could be bison.
I've never done a Roosevelt elk grind though, so maybe one of these days I'll do a Roosevelt elk grind because I still need a lot of the rares for them. I think I've only got a small albino and a small piebald, and I would love to get some larger rares.
I feel like crying in the muzzle.
I wonder where this 3 is going to be. We got this 4 right here though. There we go. There we go. Ooh, that is sketchy. That's so sketchy. How's your Banting grind going? It's been going good, Bear Hunter. We took a little break from it, but we were getting 5s so often. It was like every 10 kills on that Banting grind. It's kind of a crazy grind, honestly. Kind of a crazy grind. I mean, yeah, but it's still very rare. Like, you have to think, like, without doing herd management, a super rare is like 1 in 30,000. Sometimes even more, depending on the type of super rare. Like that's for like a piebald whitetail or something. It's probably more like 1 in 50,000 if it's like an albino or a melanistic, because those are just in general more rare. If you're doing herd management, it doesn't take those chances down too much, or it doesn't increase the chances too much. It's like going from 1 in 30,000 to 1 in 10,000, right? It's still an absurdly rare thing, so I definitely don't feel like it's good to downplay people's super rares from HM. But I do feel like as the people doing HM, you should specify if it's a herd management super rare, because obviously they're slightly easier to get than without HM, but it's still very difficult. 1 in 10,000 is nothing to sneeze at. That's still very difficult. I think it's a little bit lower for stuff like piebald whitetail, though. Piebald whitetail, I'd say it's more like 1 in 6,000, but for like an albino or mela super rare, that's still so tough to get. The chances of that, even with herd management, is so low. Kind of blows my mind we got 2 albino super rare fallow deer so quick. I feel like I used up all my fallow luck early, though. Because this recent grind for fallow has been kind of rough.
So much hunting person.
If you click new games, you keep all your DLC lodges. Yes, you keep all that stuff. Anything that you paid for with real money, you're not going to lose, you know? Would I consider a super rare? I'd kill 23 of a grind and HM super rare. Oh no, that's definitely not an HM super rare. There's no way that HM would have had any chance to take effect that early. Usually herd management, I wouldn't consider it a herd management rare until you're getting diamonds at least every 40 kills. If you're getting a diamond every 40 kills or less, then that's probably a herd management super rare. If you get it within the first couple hundred kills, though, that's a regular super rare. There's no way it could have took effect that quick, you know?
I'm gonna do like maybe 5.
Alright, it's time. Let's manage down
I wanna see how much money
all of the solos. This is about to be quite the little runaround.
See, 5 is a diamond. Albino.
No, I get that, Eli. I get that. Part of it for me is like I when it's mentioned in chat, I still have to like clarify points, even if it's not like the point that you were going for, you know? Because some people misunderstand messages.
I'm gonna do, I don't know, 530 should be okay.
Because there's definitely some people in the community that like to downplay the super rare that somebody gets if they're using herd management. Essentially, like, not even writing it off as a real trophy. They'll just completely omit it out like, oh, that was an HM super rare. So I just had to, clarify for those that didn't know that it's still incredibly rare.
I'm gonna find some zones.
Oh, no worries, Finn. No worries, man. Welcome back. I hope you've been doing good. You made it just in time. We're about to go run around the map and try to shoot down the solos.
Let's see more up there.
It's gonna be, we're gonna be in for the long haul now, man.
They're hiding in this fucking.
We're getting to the more tough part of this grind. Got all the zones stacked up. We've got a lot of 2s and small 3s and 1s on the map. Now we just got to go through and find the remaining solos that have been bouncing around.
He's in the trees. Wow.
You have any tips for me on YouTube? Just started. Want to see if I can get any tips to get better. Biggest tip I can give you, man. Go to YouTube. Type in the search bar how to start a YouTube channel in 2023. That will bring up like an infinite amount of information that would be very helpful. That's how I started my channel, was doing that little YouTube search. And then from then on, I just kept watching videos from the channels that had the most helpful videos when I typed that in. vidIQ is a pretty good channel for that type of info. I believe Karen Manning's another channel that does a lot of YouTube tip stuff and help on like how to start things up.
Oh, there you are. I actually want to grind.
So that would be a couple of good channels
just
to
keep
start out
grinding
with, trying to like get information on
finish
how to
this
start
one,
up a
'cause
channel.
this one is better. Because you have to
Because they give a lot of info that can be applied to any channel, right? They got a lot of helpful info.
Oh, there.
Levitating Levi, thank you for the super chat, dude. Really appreciate it. What DLCs are most helpful in your opinion? Definitely the tripod and tree stand DLC. If you're on PC, the tent and ground blind DLC, the ATV DLC, those are all useful. The Bloodhound's very useful, especially if you have trouble tracking in the game. That could be a very useful one. The Modern Rifles Weapon Pack and the Hunter Power Pack are a couple of the best weapon packs you can get. The High-Tech Hunting Pack is a necessity if you want to hunt at night. The night vision binoculars are game-changing for night hunting. Trying to think of what else is like a necessity DLC. I think those are the main ones. Like if you get those ones, you'll be doing
go
pretty
here,
good.
so maybe find some decent in here.
And then if we're talking about maps, Yukon Valley is a really good one because it comes with the 300 Magnum, and it's just a beautiful map in general. What's the highest kill Great One grind you've heard of? I heard of somebody getting a 20,000 kill Great One grind. And I think that was for Red Deer, if I'm not mistaken. I think one of my members had a 20,000 kill.
Let's see how fast this grind is going to be.
But like, it's hard to know if that's actually how long it was, right? Because if they didn't actually interact with it with a clicker or like a counter app, then there's no way to know if it was actually that long. But that's the longest I've heard of from someone that I would consider to be somewhat credible.
So many freeze though, that's the thing.
In fact, I don't even know if they ever got their Red Deer. I think last I heard it was like 21,000 kills and they didn't have it. How many super rares do you have? Let me see. I think we have 16. I think we have 16 if I'm not mistaken. Oh yeah, that's a ton of kills, Demon Slayer. I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. Like, holy. 20,000 kills in the Great One grind is... That's brutal. That is so brutal.
A proper broadside.
My personal longest grind was that 8,300 kill bear grind, and that was rough. I couldn't imagine 20 kills, or 20,000 kills. Couldn't imagine 20 kills either, that'd be insane. Give me that 20 kill Great One, come on. Those are my top 3 super rares that I want. Out of all the ones that I want that I don't already have, Diamond Albino Moose has got to be up there. Diamond Melon Red Deer, Diamond Melanistic. I'd say Diamond Melanistic Pheasant is number 3. I'd say those are probably my top 3. Though there's like so many. Actually, I take that back. Remove the Diamond Albino Moose from there. Diamond Leucistic Rusideer. Oh my gosh, that would be so gorgeous. Those things are beautiful.
Okay, I dropped them straight
Diamond
away.
Leucistic Rusa, Diamond Mela Pheasant, and Diamond Mela Red Deer are my top 3. They would just be incredible. That would be insane.
Oh yeah, I forgot Yukon Valley comes with 300. It's going to be difficult because I mean I could get it like that.
Yeah, true, dog, true.
Missions,
that's about how many red deer I've killed for like all 6 of my grinds.
I'm going to pick up in gold and see how long it's going to take me.
I had about 20,000 red deer total for my 6 Great One red deer.
So I could get the 300 like that.
Which, I mean, that's still a lot of kills for 6 Great One red deer.
So I love that gun.
I definitely did not have the luckiest red deer grinds. First 2 were each 3,000. Number 3 was 6,000. Number 4 was 6,700. And then number 5 was like 820, and number 6 was like 180. So the last 2 were very good grinds, very lucky short grinds. First 4 though, they were awful.
I think the Alp should be easier for grinding than other things.
So like as an average, I've got a pretty high average kill count for red deer.
I want to see if we can make 1 million of them.
Nice, Josh. That's awesome, dude.
9,800, that's not bad for silver. So they did give you good.
You got any mail, sir?
Money. Let's go to.
Is that a zone I've already got? Yeah, it is. Okay.
Let's work already. I might blind or something.
Earlier on in this grind, I did have a couple of solos pop up here, so it's very possible that we could have some solos here. I think they were further down though, like over in like this area. I used to have some solos that would pop up here and there.
No, I'm gonna try to do mission.
I play on PC, Finn. Hey JC, how's it going, dude? 2201. 2201 is rough, Cable. Hopefully you get that fallow soon. You have officially surpassed my longest fallow grind.
Okay, what is that?
No, Brando, you don't want to stack diamonds.
I wanna see how is it difficult to do this mission? So how to get the 300 right now? Because I'm sure you get it right now. I think the next great one could be elk or could be bison. I think it's gonna be elk.
It sounded like a moose for a second, but it was a white tail.
And silver HP.
What I like to do is, I'll pick my main zones as I grind. Like for the first 100 kills or so, I'm just hunting everything. Then as I hunt, I'll keep track of what zones.
Can you take a look at the trash can and make sure that it's locked? It's a bear-proof trash can with a tricky cap. I don't want to take your chance.
And I'll make those my main zones. Then, from then on in the grind, I try to stack diamonds in those main zones that I want to make my final grinding zones. And once I've stacked up a bunch of diamonds in those zones, go around the rest of the map and try to shoot the rest of your animals down to low levels.
See if I can get this 300 gun.
And then once you get to a phase,
shouldn't be that difficult though, I don't think.
Once you get to a point where you get
people often struggle to lock these heavy-duty trash cans. But if they leave it just a little bit open, all sorts of trouble can come sniffing around. I think we got lucky this time.
Let's see.
Thanks for taking care of that. Oh, one last thing. Before you move on, can you take a look at the firewood inside the cabin?
See how?
Because what those diamonds are doing, they're not only
I'm already here, man.
like raising the average score of the animals on
Foxes on that,
but they're also acting as placeholders. So a 2 or a small 3
because
or a 1
300
is spawning that particular zone that you really want to grind.
Also, it's going to be
So you're not only helping push down the average score of your respawns, but you're using those as placeholders for your main
Once you're up top, enjoy the view. These towers are used mostly for firewatch duty.
Hopefully these missions are easy.
But when I'm at the top of one, normally I just want to put my feet up and enjoy the tranquility.
I should
I
get a
haven't
lot
had
more
a
for
chance
this
to
also.
do that in a long time, though.
I just realized that we never finished our herd management for Rocky Elk. I'm pretty sure I've stacked up like 5 or 8 Rocky Elk on my map like months ago. We never killed them. So maybe one of these days I'll have to make a video going through and killing all of my diamond Rocky Elk. Because I know for a fact I've got at least 4 or 5 level 5 stacked and a few 4s that look like they could be diamond as well. We never killed them off because that was around the time where I stopped doing herd management for a while. And we just never went back and took them down. We definitely got to do that soon. That could be a fun little video or stream. Probably, Caitlin. Could you imagine, like, I kill off all those diamond Rocky Elk, and then next thing you know, I get like 7 great repairs or something? At that point, I would probably feel like it did affect me. I'd be like, oh, are these elk holding me back? Even though it probably wouldn't.
Why is it?
That would sure make me feel like it.
Am I doing something wrong? Why is it not doing this mission?
Okay, there's something I gotta do. I gotta check these little specks of water.